question before we sum up. Both of you gentlemen have to go to other events. I'd like to talk about cap and trade and the potential of what it might mean to the country in terms of import-exports, in terms ladies and gentlemen, please, thank you. What it might mean in terms of import-exports, taxes, the cost of fuel, the cost of food, the cost of everything. Mr. Mele, we're going to start with you, please.
Here I go again. Ladies and gentlemen, really, let's apply some real common sense to what really has to be done. Let's look at the United States government like we would our own business. Our business takes in a certain amount of revenue, and it has some overhead and expenses that must be paid and that are obligatory. We have to find a balance between the realities of what's coming in and what needs to be covered, and some things that would have to be modified. We can make ends meet. The same way that each one of you out here, I'm looking around here and I see my grandmothers and I see my parents, and I know that we all went through rough times. And I know just in my own family that there were things that we had to turn around and make adjustments to make ends meet. Well, if each one of us are required to fulfill those obligations and those realities, so should the United States government. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. I've worked in government. I've worked with government. I advise government. When governments are in trouble, I'm the guy they call. I'm a crisis manager. I've worked, believe me, around the world in many dangerous situations. I've been in danger. I've seen it. I've smelled it. And I know that our country is in trouble. I took my oath of service over the tomb of the unknown soldiers. And the veterans in here can understand what that means. That oath did not come with an expiration date. And the men who are lying in that tomb not only gave their lives for this country, so that we can have the free market system, so we can have the Constitution, but they gave up their identities. No one to this day knows who they are. They gave it all. And they gave it all for us to have the power to vote. The power to vote. The power to make our money, to take our labor and invest it and spend it any way we see fit. And when we have a government trying to make us addicted, as they are, to kleptomania, then that must be stopped. The solutions that I offer are, I believe in the 17th district, we need to reinvest and look into high-tech jobs. We're going to have a whole slew of veterans coming back with no place to go, that are highly trained in communications and electronics and high-tech computers. We need to re-establish and rezone and help to organize the real estate and the use of our land use. So that way we can attract businesses and companies to come back here. We need to turn around and understand how we can use our area in the Hudson Valley, which has always been an attraction for the film industry, to bring the film industry back. That is the way to create jobs through small businesses. I have many from the credit. Okay, all right. Thank you. In summation, ladies and gentlemen, I offer myself my professional services, my background, my experience. I'm ready to take this job today. We don't have to wait for Tuesday. I'm ready to be your congressman today because I know how jobs are created, and they're created by the government getting off the backs of the job creators. Thank you very much. Thank you. The clear differences between my esteemed and respected opponent and I, and make no mistake, I have the utmost respect for my opponent. I completely disagree in his philosophy. I completely disagree in their means of governance. I believe that government is necessary according to the Constitution of the United States within its boundaries. The Constitution was created and exists to limit government, not to expand it. The federal government, it was created by the states. The federal government works for the states. The states do not work for the federal government. The states should not be dependent on the federal government. That was never the intent of the framers of the Constitution. I believe we need to draw back to the Constitution. What is wrong with the United States Constitution? What is wrong with the principles that were enshrined therein? What was wrong with enforcing it? What's wrong with obeying it? It is the Constitution that motivates me. It is the Constitution and the principles therein that I hope to govern by. You can count on me that I will keep my word. I will not let the President of the United States, the Speaker of the House, or anyone else cajole me away from the Constitution or serving the people of the 17th Congressional District. I will not vote for anything that means that it takes more of your money. I will not vote for anything that will suppress the small business owners who are the job creators. I will not do anything or permit misguided judgments to compromise the security or the national security of the United States, so help me God. I understand why the state of Israel is a key and important ally in the region. Nuclear weapons. I understand why the state of Israel is a key and crucial ally in the Middle East. Chemical and biological weapons. And the delivery systems that can bring them to our shores. These are things that need to be handled prudently and with all due deliberance. We need to have someone who understands the intelligence on the ground. And that is me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your friend, I'm your neighbor, I'm a business owner. And I believe that I am qualified for this job, and if I do not perform this job to your satisfaction in the next 2 years, fire me. But in this particular instance, our particular representative has not performed his job up to the standards that I hold. And he cannot get my vote. And I believe that he should not continue as our representative in these crucial times ahead of us. And I believe I am the best candidate to do that. And I hope to prove that to you in the next 2 years.